What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can see on screen, we are back in Project Cars 2 today, and we're going to be here at Le Mans racing LMP1, LMP2, and GTE mixed race. I do have this race set to 15 minutes, so it's not super long. Probably about the limit I want to drive this car without having paddle shifts here on my wheel. It is exhausting trying to drive this thing using a sequential gated shift, or not gated shifter, but a sequential stick shift. As you can see, for today's vehicle choice, I went with the Toyota T040. It's a pretty good all-around car in this class. It handles very well. I will say now, I'm not expecting a great finish out of this. I have very little experience driving these cars in sim. They don't take the most skill to get around the track, but to get it around the track quickly, you really need to know how these style of cars handle and how to push them and drive them properly. And I'm getting there, but I definitely still have a long ways to go before I really learn the intricacies of how you drive this style of vehicle. Anyways, let's not waste any more time, guys. Let's go ahead and get this started. Hopefully we actually get a decent finish today. Okay, I have no idea what that was about on the start. I thought having it on rolling start for this race would help out a little bit with the AI acting crazy, but I honestly feel like the AI might be at a bit of a disadvantage and drive even worse because of this. Now we can let this thing eat a little bit here. This thing is an absolute monster once it gets going. I cannot believe I made it through there. I was just about to say too, I don't want to get too frisky with the AI until they've had a little time to drive and sort themselves out. Usually as the race goes on a little bit, they do start driving better. At the beginning, it's usually the worst part of it. But just barely managed to sneak up the inside. You do gotta be careful on throttle when you get this thing up on the curves. It will light up all four tires and spin you relatively quickly here in Project Cars. As far as setup, I went with the loose setup as my baseline and just kind of modified it a little bit for longer gearing and just adjusted tire pressures around. You really need a long gear for the Mulsanne straight here. As you can see, we were still coming close to maxing out. I gotta remember to stay out of second gear too. Usually it'll get you in trouble in this car because you just hit power so quick coming out of corners in second gear. I did forget to mention we do have a 32 car grid, which you can probably see on screen. Hopefully you guys are able to see that anyway. Probably pretty small, honestly, for all of you.
All clear.
You can probably see why this car is such a bear to drive, not having paddle shift, especially here on the Mulsanne straight. This is so bumpy through here, it really tosses this car around. Taking one hand off the wheel is probably one of the sketchiest things you can do driving this thing around here. Oh, come on. Almost, it just wrecked me and him trying to get through there. Oh wow, he actually got back over on this side. I guarantee he's gonna cut me off and not let me through, but actually managed to let me squeeze past.
Okay, you're clear.
Oh no. Barely managed to keep it from spinning all the way around on me. That was 100% my fault though. I went down to second even after saying I gotta avoid second gear in this car most of the time. Not having a lot of experience with really high downforce cars like this, it is really hard for me to push this car as hard as it wants to be pushed. That's what I was gonna say. This is one of the few areas of the track where second gear is actually useful. I'm honestly amazed that with the mistakes I've made, I'm still holding up first place. My practice did not go nearly this well for me. Oh, we're going over. It's alright, I'll slow down. It's better than wrecking. This is one vehicle that really benefits from short shifting it at the right time in corners. You can really pull super hard as long as you have the gear right. You can really see it's trying to fight the wheel for me going one-handed in this thing. And it really is that aggressive. I'm holding onto this thing about as tight as I can. When I switch to one hand, roll back onto the power coming out of the chicane. It's honestly insane. I have my sim rig basically nailed down to my floor. I have a floorboard under my feet that is literally nailed into position. And this car shakes violently enough on the straight with one hand that it's actually shaking my stand, my TV's on and everything. Just about at the halfway point of the race here. And my hand's already starting to cramp. See what I mean? This thing just does so much better if you just leave it in third gear and let the torque pull it out of the corner. It's like a rocket ship coming out of the corners too if you do leave it in third. So it's just got so much gear it's able to pull through. A little wide there. It's better than almost spinning out though. I gotta say, I'm pretty happy with how I progressed learning how to drive this car, I did a 15-minute practice before the video, and then this 15-minute race is literally all I've drove this car. I have drove the Audi a little bit, and other sims, and here in Project Cars too. But this just isn't really a class of racing I've done very much of. Oh, that freaked me out. Thought for sure it was going to start to spin on me and go into that wall. Got somebody coming up in my rear view here.
7 minutes to go. One left. Okay, he's cleared you.
And now it's time for me to overtake him again. This thing is just so mad when the DRS kicks in. Oh no. Come on, get it back around. I cannot believe I did that. was so worried about the AI, I didn't want to brake too hard and have him go into me and just completely screwed myself by doing that. And I lost controller audio. Come on. Driving by feel. Hurry up. There we go. It is not something you want in a car like this, is to be driving by feel. It is very hard to tell exactly what this car is doing. Okay, now we should be good. I actually filmed a couple videos today back to back, because I actually have another Thanksgiving to go to tomorrow. And I forgot to switch my batteries out after doing my first video, because I actually played quite a bit yesterday. I knew they were low, but I thought I had enough to get through this at least.
Right side. All clear.
Don't worry, I'm giving a position back. I just did not want to get blasted by him. The AI just sketches me out so much in this style of car, because they do really sporadic things sometimes.
Watch your left.
Really, I need to quit making excuses and just drive. Between being on a sequential stick shift, trying to talk while doing this race, and this style of car, this is probably one of the most difficult things I've ever tried to focus on.
One left.
This is not a place you want to be side by side with another car. We are still halfway up the leaderboard here for our class, so we're not doing too bad. Jesus, this thing gets violent. My left hand is starting to cramp pretty good from fighting this thing. I honestly could not imagine driving one of these for any
4 minutes to go.
real length of time, just because of the massive strain it does have to put on your body.
2 lengths behind.
I cannot believe that worked. Come on. There we go, not too bad at the time. If I would downshift a second there, I know I could get the car turned in enough, but I'm just so sketched out about taking this car out of a corner in second gear. See if I can get him make a run on him now.
Nice driving. That's your fastest time or second time so far.
I thought it felt pretty good going through there. A little cheeky on the curbs there. Not again. Just barely caught it that time. Braking far too late coming into that corner. I do gotta say, the scenery around here is beautiful in Project Cars. They did an amazing job on the visuals in this game. Very distracting though, especially when I start looking for brake markers. Sometimes I just get really distracted looking at new stuff and the scenery I've never seen. I have no idea what that was, but that was one of the sketchiest feeling things I've ever had happen in this game, in any car. All of a sudden it felt like one brake alone locked up in the back. The way it's looking though, at least we'll finish halfway up our class and I'll make it to the end of the race without actually taking any damage on, which I was honestly really not expecting that good of a finish overall in this car at all. Definitely not going to be sitting there trying to drive this thing with my hand rested on the shifter waiting for 7th gear. That's never going to come on this little section of straight. See ya. Maybe if I can get up to this little kink here before he does, otherwise I might get cut off. Alright, we're good. He is trying to make a move. This is a horrible place for him to be doing this too.
On the right side. You're good, you're clear.
Much better that time. I just kind of dragged the brake and slowly eased off as I was coming through the corner on that. Just a nice bit of trail braking, I guess, is all I really needed. Really using the track limits through there. I can definitely tell I'm getting a lot more comfortable with the car. It's just so hard driving this thing without paddles. Well, overall, for fastest lap, we weren't too far off pace. We actually did do pretty good. The guy that came in 7th had a really good lap, and so did the guy in 8th. That's kind of crazy. They must have had something happen. Well, guys, I do gotta say, I really feel like this video was a success as far as what I was trying to do, which is learn this style of car more so I feel more confident to do this style of racing online. Because, like I said, I have very little practice driving these cars in any sim. That was such a good move. I could not believe I made that stick. But it really is a type of car that needs a lot of practice to get proficient in and do consistent lap after lap with. So that's the hardest part about driving this car, really, just being consistent, especially using a stick sequential instead of a paddle shift sequential. It is so hard to keep this car turned exactly where you want it to when you're constantly having to take one hand off the wheel, especially in a track where the surface is as rough and aggressive as it is here at Le Mans. It just really added to the difficulty. I was honestly hoping the GTE cars might fall back enough to where we would get some more action, where it'd be inter-class passing each other and you'd have to deal with traffic. It unfortunately didn't happen, but that's okay. It wasn't really something necessary. It just would have been for more of an interesting video, I feel like. Although I kind of feel like I kind of achieved that on my own with how many spins I had and how many near misses I had in this car. Definitely is the most fun I've had in sim racing here in a little bit, just trying to get this thing around Le Mans, even in only a 15-minute long race, without just absolutely destroying the car. Anyways, guys, I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please hit that like button down below, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.